Live from the rinks in Hauppauge, New York, we've got a showdown between two top teams in the varsity hockey division. Kings Park Commack enters this contest riding on a 4-game win streak, but West Islip will be prepared and go to battle as they look to bounce back from last week's loss in the Battle of Islip. Michael Andrew here, ready to bring you the action. It's the Lions versus the Knights on Monday Night Varsity and only on LI Sports Network. It's the game of the week. What a way to kick off Thanksgiving week, I guess you can say, as both of these teams beginning their last-minute strategies before we get this contest underway. Kings Park Commack performed outstandingly last night, shutting out the Ward Melville Patriots by a score of 6-0. West Islip came one goal away from tying it up and sending the Battle of Islip to OT, but they went home in a heartbreaking 5-4 defeat, and maybe a chance for them to bounce back when it means most, as these two teams stand with 6 wins apiece. But it's Kings Park ahead of the Lions just by 1. We're underway as this one is shot wide right there off the bat from the stick of Tinshirts. Wraps around the boards. Weir tries to knife it back forward. Now it's handled on the stick of LaPerry, who sends it over to Anastasio. Anastasio tried to shake off his man, but taking it back is Tinshirt. Tinshirt in the neutral zone. He almost got into the stick of Berhalter. Berhalter controls it now. Gets past LaPerry as he tries to center it in front. No one was home to get that one. KPC. As Berhalter hunts down LaPerry, trying to steal it away from him once again. Won't happen this time, as this is Derek Sheben almost going the other way, but puck slipped off his stick at the last moment, and this allows KPC to reset and push ahead. Billy Prang had himself quite the weekend, registering 2 goals against Ward Melville. So there's Robert Rose. If there's anyone who's looking to redeem themselves, it's that man. No, that's Ward Melville, Robert Rose, but this is Ryan Winter in net for West Islip. Got me confused right there because both of them wear number 41. My apologies. Mikey Brazel controlling it as he gets it back to the point. Now it's Siegler. Siegler trying to return the feed down low. Prane couldn't get there as Henshaw was able to sidestep that pressure provided by Prane. Prane sends it deep as this is Henshaw on top of it. Henshaw trying to skip it out of the zone, able to, as this is West Islip with an early attack as Dorfman sends a shot, and it's stopped right there by Kings Park's netminder. Starting goal tonight, O'Neill after Brandon Futterman came home with a big shutout victory against Ward Melville. Around the boards it goes. This one couldn't be banked off the boards and out. Now KPC able to push out. And it's stopped in the glove of Winter off the shot from Amelia. Assel getting tied up. Now it's Amelia trying to center in front. No one was there to slam it home. Weir controlling at the point, sends a shot through traffic, and it deflected off a stick, and now it's handled on the stick of Amelia before West Islip tries to counteract here. And they will, but it will be touched up for icing. It was Michael Rabin sending it down to the other end, trying to exit out of Kings Park's territory. Sousa. Now Anastasio having to corral as it almost slipped off his stick. Here's Tinshirt. Now Berhalter. Berhalter tried to swing across Tinshirt, coming in hot, looking for another one on the season. Banked off the boards. Sheevan trying to get there first. Now it's Assel stepping in there. Assel gets it back to the point, but Perry couldn't get it down low to Sheevan. It's intercepted and taken back by KPC's Tinshirt. Tinshirt taking this one wide, dangling to the goal, and this one just slipped off his stick as he tried to switch to the backhand from forehand. And maybe another go for Tinshirt as he sends this one across, and it's led back on the stick of Berhalter. Berhalter. Now Tinshirt controlling it again. Tinshirt at the blue line tries to pop it forward. Mikey Brazel on the ice again. This is what Perry controls it for West Islip. Brazel on the steal in front, dangling to the goal. He scores! The Magic Man does it again. Mikey Brazel pulling out some more tricks from the hat to make it a 1-0 game. And the league leading scorer has put home another one for Kings Park Commack. Brazzi's wheels it back to the point. It's Weir. Weir banks this one off the boards and back down, handle on the stick of Brazel. Brazel gets it back to the point to Parator. Parator with a shot through traffic and en route as Prane had a stick right there ready to be maybe deflected home as this one pushed back, and then it's in the KPC zone. It's Weir. Now on the stick of Prang. Prang angles it to Abazi's, and that one slipped off his stick at the last second as this is Pollard trying to wheel it out of harm's way. Miller couldn't get it across. It's taken back by Prang. Prang with a shot, and it goes screaming wide of the cage. Prang will get another stab at it as he tried to get the centering feed to go onto the stick of Brazel to no avail. Brazel with the hit right there. And then it's Abazi's showing some muscle against Pollard. Dorfman looking to answer back as that shot deflected off the body and wide. Now Miller controlling it. Miller being hounded right there by the Knights as that shot was stopped right there by O'Neal. Ison waved off as Henshaw has to chase it down. West Islip will reset as it's Henshaw bringing it back ahead. Now Anastasio in his zone. Anastasio with speed gets a shove, and that one was blocked. And down in a heap is one of the Kings Park players. Parator trying to clear this one out of the zone. It's kept alive at the blue line by Anastasio. Anastasio able to pop it off the glass and almost found the stick of Rabin, who was in a battle in the corner. Another chance, and that one hit the outside of the post as this is Kings Park. We're able to get out of the zone and force ahead with Cobello bringing on the attack for the Knights. Cobello right there pressured by West Islip again. This one's handled on the stick of Weir, off the feet from O'Neal as this one pushed forward. O'Neal couldn't advance. Sheehan had to duck out of the way from the hit attempt by Cetera. Now Souza. Joseph Souza walks in with a shot, save made, rebound, and the net comes off its moorings as O'Neal shifted from right to left to make the second stop on Sheehan. So under 8 minutes to go in the opening frame. 1-0 to score. The goal by Brazel. Here's Sheehan trying to pop it forward and get past Cetera. Now he's got to hunt down Parator to win it back. Souza jousting with Cetera as Souza falls to the ice. Here's Tinshirt. Tinshirt trying to create some space as he evades some of the pressure. Tinshirt with a dangle through his legs as he's getting hounded right there by Anastasio. Now Cetera trying to kick it back on the stick of Berhalter, but instead it's a nice shot attempt right there by Cetera that wouldn't go. Another chance, and this one was blocked off the stick. Now LePerry able to get it on the stick of Sheehan. Sheehan with speed gets a shot off, and that one was stopped by O'Neal. John Assel scored in the Battle of Islip last Wednesday. Looking to add his name on the board here tonight. Sheehan almost on the interception right there, but KPC is able to escape from danger. But here comes Souza back the other way, but he's stripped right there by Tinshirt. Brent Tinshirt. Try to wheel it in front. Abazi's was crashing towards the goal on a good feed attempt on the spinning stick of Tinshirt. This is Sheehan trying to muscle through the pressure. Couldn't. Trying to sky hook it across on the backhand. Now Assel has to put the pressure down low. couldn't be exited out of the zone as Henshaw is able to cruise forward, but not far enough. Miller tries to send this one ahead, but this one deflected off one of the Knights' skate, and it eliminates the potential icing at first, as this is now Miller sidestepping the hit. Thomas Miller trying to drop it in there. Crowd beginning to build up inside the goal mouth. O'Neal makes the stop, and play is halted in the process. Souza gets it back to the point. Here's a shot through traffic and gloved immediately by O'Neal. Cameron Dorfman in the left dot. West Islip tries to rebound after giving up the goal early on in this first period. Almost centered right there, as this is now KPC handling business once again. Billy Prang takes a shot right there from Dorfman as he's sent down to the ice. West Islip trying to counterattack, as this is Prang not allowing that to happen. As West Islip is pushed back. Prang almost stole it right there, but Henshaw maintains control of it. Liam Henshaw navigating it through the zone, but not far to the goal, as now it's Anastasio having to retreat, and his feed couldn't be handled by number 16 of West Islip, Berg. And those two converge along the boards against the KPC Knights. Tandem of Abrazis and Prang, as this is West Islip pushing the other way. Evan Dumper winds, fires, and it goes wide. Thomas Miller takes a hit right there. Now it's Mikey Brazel working back in the zone. Brazel tried to dip the shoulder and get past Anastasio. Joey Anastasio wouldn't allow that to happen. Anastasio putting on the brakes as he gets it across to Miller. Miller's going to shoot it back in the zone. Go for a line change. And West Islip bringing out the new reinforcements as we close in on 5.5 here in the first. Amelia with a shot in that one, stopped off the pad of Winter. Back at the point, another chance, and this one was blocked in front. Siegler couldn't get one to go, and this is Anastasio trying to slow things down here as KPC continues on with the pressure. Off the boards it goes, but this one missed the slamming stick of Latham. And KPC will answer back as Henrahan's feet couldn't reach the stick of O'Melia. Souza in trouble as he's being hounded right there by Cobello. Perry. And play is stopped. Quick chance in front. Satera trying to bang it home as everyone's scrambling inside the goal mouth. Another shot from distance by Parator went wide. So that one missed one of the receiving sticks of one of the Knights players, as this is KPC having to flip it back in the zone as they were pressured inside again by West Islip. Going to be let out as Souza gets a shot off and it's stopped by O'Neal. Kept alive by the Lions. Another try, and that one is stopped in the glove of O'Neal again. Back-to-back big stops by Joseph O'Neal against this heavy-powered Lions forecheck. Sheben trying to escape from the pressure, maybe set something up, get a shot off right there, and that one was fended off by O'Neal and leads to a chance for KPC to counteract. Once again, Tincher with a dangle. Tincher trying to wheel it in front as it pops in the air. Tincher again with another dangle. He's having a heck of a shift right now. Joseph Souza puts that to a screeching halt as West Islip gets it back in the zone. Sheben creating some pressure down low. But KPC gets right back on top of it with Satera leading the charge. He's going to bank this one off the boards. Almost got it back onto his stick as he got past Henshaw. Now Liam Henshaw has it again. Henshaw onto the stick of Souza. Souza gets around Prang. Souza driving in. Almost got it to Miller as he was tied up in front. Mikey Brazel able to get it across to Hoover, who's taken down by Miller. And it results in a penalty against Thomas Miller, who will be sent to the box for tripping. And Kings Park goes to the power play. Prang able to get it onto the stick of Brazel, who wheels it off the boards and onto the stick of Abrazis. Abrazis gets one almost over to Parator, and it results in a clear for West Islip in these final 40 seconds of the first. Cameron Dorfman with a heavy hit on Weir. Brian Weir wanted a call, as this is now Prang. Prang backpedaling forward. Parator with a shot attempt that was blocked by Dorfman. Prang gets it back. Billy Prang flips it onto the stick of Parator. Parator with a sauce to Prang. Centering chance. Brazel was ready to wind up and fire, but he couldn't. Parator with a chance instead, and this is blocked and cleared out again by the Lions to end the first. Kings Park Commack leading 1-0 heading to the second. As of 9:54 p.m. on the 22nd of November 2021, Kings Park Commack's Mikey Brazel is the man of the hour. He has the only goal tonight, his league-leading 14th of the season, accumulating his points total to 19 as Kings Park looks to strike once again on these remaining seconds of the power play, as this is Assel looking to turn the tide and answer back on the penalty kill for West Islip. Assel being hounded by 3 gold and white jerseys, and it ultimately results in a turnover and KPC pushing back the other way with Berhalter leading the charge. Berhalter trying to create something as he's being pressured right there by Henshaw. Berhalter able to get it across as Hoover tightrope the blue line, fired a shot that went wide of the cage. Satera trying to center in front as he was battling against LaPerry behind the goal. Hoover able to get it back onto the stick in front, and that shot almost missed the stick, or almost got a piece of Satera's stick. Miller to the bench, we're 5 aside once again as this one couldn't be led past the defense and onto the stick of Souza as everyone begins to pile over each other along the blue line. Tinshirt back in the zone. Brent Tinshirt with a dangle to the goal, and this one is launched into the mesh. May have gotten a piece of Winter as Tinshirt came in and hurried with that mystical maneuver. Entering this contest with 6 goals, 4 assists, for a combined total of 10 points. There's a drive from the point and immediately caught in the glove hand of Winter. Brazel tied up on the draw, and it results in KPC in a race back in their own zones. This is Hoover with some heavy company on his tail, courtesy of Dumford. Howard sends it back in. Hoover escaping from Dorfman, banks it off the boards, but not out. Pollard takes a heavy hit right there by Brazel, but he stayed on his feet, and this is Miller trying to go the other way and send the feed ahead, but this misses the reach and stick of Dumpers. It hit off one of the KPC players' bodies. Hoover evading some of the pressure as he takes this one off the boards, back down the other end of the ice, where it'll be touched up for icing. Face-off draw in the right dot will happen in Kings Park's territory. Berg losing that one to Amelia. Now it's Parator getting on the stick of Weir as KPC in trouble now. Anastasio with a shot, and that one was fended off the blocker of O'Neill. Regilla slamming on the brakes as he's pressured behind the goal right there. Created some space. Argilla trying to angle it forward. Missed the stick. As this is Amelia picking things up. KPC back on the attack inside West Islip zone. Raven trying to draw it forward as Weir has to race back. Now it's Henrahan trying to touch it across. And Argilla does control it. Sends this one into the corner as he tried to get it onto the stick of Henrahan. Amelia with a body against Anastasio. Anastasio absorbs that, but Perry and the Lions looking to push out of their own zone. KPC providing more of that high-powered pressure. We're at the point, controlling. Gets over the Parator. Parator keeps it on his stick, sends it across. Argila wasn't there on the reception. Argila takes a hit as Berg dumped this one off the boards and almost let out of the zone by Rabin, but it's kept alive by Kings Park Commack's Berhalter. Berhalter loses his. Weir has to pick it up. Fires a shot from the point. It's stopped right there by Winter. Head off the boards, off the body of Berhalter. Berhalter, a nice shake move right there against Anastasio. But Perry didn't fall for it as he stayed on top of it. This one missed the stick of Satera. Siegler couldn't control it. He's having some trouble right there in the neutral zone. With heavy pressure coming from both Latham and Rabin. And here comes the dynamic duo of Sheben and Souza back on the ice for the Lions. Brent Tincher controlling it again. Tincher throws it back in the zone. Anastasio will hunt it down. Satera providing the pressure for the Knights. As everyone begins to converge along the half wall. Everyone jousting away for it. Tincher couldn't get it on his stick. But Hoover does a good job at tracking it down and preventing West Islip from pushing back in the Knight zone. John Assel almost tied up right there. But Perry banks this one off the boards. Sheben missed the reception, but Souza didn't. Souza taking this wide, but he's stopped right there by Kings Park's back checking as this is Tinchert with another move. Brent Tinchert back in the zone. Tinchert dangling, trying to center it across Winter. Now it's Parator. Fires, he scores! An absolute dart by Joseph Parator to make it 2-0 Kings Park Commack. And just like that, lucky number 13 picks up his second goal of the season to make this a 2-0 hockey game here in the second. Brazel loses an edge as he may have collided with someone. Brazi's on the intercept with a dangle to the goal, and this one missed the glove of Winter and wide. Parator. Now Brazel trying to stuff it in front. Almost a beautiful play right there. Put into action by the Knights. But this one will be touched up back in their own zone for icing. Billy preying on the draw for the Knights. It's lost as this is West Islip's Cameron Dorfman racing in. Trying to get it here. Souza, he scores! Or pardon me, that was Thomas Miller with a rifle past O'Neill. So the shutout bid for Joseph O'Neill ends courtesy of the big goal by Thomas Miller. And just like that, it is 2-1. missed the stick right there of Colbello. And now Perry trying to swing this one out of the zone. Latham trying to get to it as he's tied up and taken down by Argilla. No call, as the officials didn't seem to think there was any malintent on that. Colbello trying to get it back on his stick as he's being pressured right there by Anastasio. Anastasio wheels it back into the zone as this is Weir fending on the first clear attempt. Couldn't get it out in the second try. Kept alive by the Lions forecheck. Argilla trying to answer the call for the Knights. It's a nice pass through the legs of Latham onto the stick of Hanrahan, who throws it deep. New reinforcements on the ice for the Knights. Berhalter with a nifty reception, gets a shot off from a tough angle that goes wide. Weir dumps it back down low around the boards. Berhalter. That shot hits the outside of the cage. Raven trying to push the other way, but Hoover gets on top of it and he gets it onto the stick of Weir. Weir couldn't get that feed to go, but Berhalter still gets on it. Weir sidesteps the pressure provided by Souza. As this one slips off the stick of Tinchert. Brent Tinchert wraps it around the board. Satara will get there, but Sheehan does a good job at pressuring him as this is now Souza. A head full of steam trying to get onto the stick of Assel, but that one missed the stick of number 23 as Hoover has to play it. Wrap it around the boards. Here comes Perry coming in hot right there. He couldn't keep it alive. This allows Tinchert to walk back in the zone. Brent Tinchert with a dangle attempt against Anastasio to no avail. As Anastasio using his big body to stop number 11. Satara. Now Perry banks this one off the boards. Sheehan couldn't act on that as the Knights push the Lions back in their own zone. Anastasio trying to get it onto the stick of Perry. Perry trying to button hook away from the pressure being provided by Satara. Satara shaken up a bit as this is Parator slipping while getting the shot off, and it's stopped again by Winter, who covers up. Game's latest goal recipient, Thomas Miller of the Lions, got his 4th of the season, accumulating his points total to double digits with 10. As he sits tied alongside for 3rd most on West Islip this season. The man with the other 10, Liam Henshaw. Here he comes again. Henshaw looking for number 11 as he fired that one wide of the cage. Delay penalty against the Lions. Kings Park Commack will go to the penalty kill as this one hit off the skate of Brazi's, and back is Pollard angling it. And this is handled again by the Lions' Souza. Joseph Souza trying to sauce it in front. Dorfman, who's driving hard to the goal, but O'Neill makes the stop. KPC will go to the box. Peter Abazi's in there for interference. And a chance for the Lions to capitalize on the man advantage here late in the second. control down low. Sheevan trying to stuff it in front. Souza couldn't handle the feed as he had pressure coming from the stick of Tinshirt. Cleared out immediately by Kings Park. But their relentless forecheck continues to show life here, even on the penalty kill. Mishandle right there, and this leads to West Islip controlling it again inside the night zone. Anastasio on it. Pressured right there by Berhalter. Anastasio trying to drop it in front. Assel couldn't handle the feed as it slipped off the stick. And that chance on goal was deflected wide. Anastasio delaying from the left dot. Pulled the trigger, but wide of the cage. Souza back on it, firing a shot from deep, and it's stopped by O'Neill, who covers up. Seconds remaining on the 2-minute penalty to Abazi's. And West Islip feeling the pressure. This time beginning to run out on the power play, their first of the evening. And Shaw gets it over to Anastasio. Anastasio assessing the situation, gets it onto the stick of Souza. Souza switching gears as he goes from steady to fast before relinquishing it onto the stick of Henshaw. Now Anastasio pressured right there along the half wall. Good job right there by Kings Park. And this might result in something big as that shot was blocked off the stick of Henshaw, who was steamrolled by Satera in the process. Anastasio trying to create one last opportunity before we skate 5 aside once again. Anastasio going on an adventure behind the goal, back to the point. Henshaw gets it onto the stick of Souza. Souza tried to get Anastasio touched in front, score! John Assel with the equalizer, 2-2, late in the second. Three is the magic number for Assel, but it's the second by the Lions tonight. Assel's third of the season has changed the story of this contest. Cameron Dorfman fires one, and it's caught in the quick glove hand of O'Neill. Miller with a quick shot, and this one got a piece of the glove of O'Neill once again as Dorfman challenges his man along the half wall. Miller trying to come up with it and spin it back on his stick, but it's taken away from the Knights. Here comes Parator back in, firing a shot, and that one is stopped right there by Winter. Evan Dunford looking to capitalize the other way. Dunford drops it to Dorfman. Dorfman looking to create space as he's taken down, and he couldn't get the shot to go because of that pressure. Now Miller with another crack at it, trying to get past Parator, but West Islip. Now Tinshirts trying to dangle past Anastasio. It doesn't happen. Shot another try, and it's stopped by Winter. Satera trying to advance on the draw, but couldn't. Now it's Hoover trying to knife it free and get it to someone. Hoover with a shot instead goes wide of the cage. Final 10 seconds. Kings Park looking to create one last opportunity, but it won't happen this period. Plenty of time for the next 15 minutes of frame as we go into the third, tied up at 2. It seems like it's an ongoing trend on this south side here at the rinks, where close games unfold. And usually beside me will be my cameraman Nikki, but he's not here tonight, so Vinny's beside me, Vinny Matella. You got one tonight, Vinny. You got your wish. Let's see how these last 15 minutes of play results, as this is LaPerry handling business inside the Lions zone, trying to wheel it forward, but instead this missed the stick of Assel, who has to hound it down from Weir. Assel trying to control it. This is now Souza doing the work for the Lions, flipping it back down low. Sheben, button hooks, trying to curl away from the pressure right there being provided by both Tinchard and Weir. Does, and this is Parator now stepping in for the Knights. Parator hounded right there by Sheben. Gets it onto the stick of Satera. Satera back in the zone, gets a shot off, and that one was blocked by Anastasio, who's shaken up from that one. Sheben the other way. Walks in, fires, and it's caught in the glove hand of O'Neal. Play is stopped. Great goaltending being provided by both schools as Ryan Winter looks to bounce back from last week's loss against East Islip. Joseph O'Neal was to continue the trend for Kings Park Commack as they aim for a 5th straight victory. Henshaw couldn't get it forward. Almost, as it pinballed off a bunch of sticks. Now Miller hunts down Hoover. Hoover with a little clinic of his own down low. Now it's Brazel the other way. Mikey Brazel, the man that kicked off the Knights, loses it to Henshaw. Henshaw gets it as Dumfort on it. Here's a Bozzies. Bozzie trying to sidestep. Pressure being provided in front of him by Pollard. Kept alive right there on the clearing attempt by the Lions, but not out as Brazel was stopped. It results in a chance for the Lions, but that was stopped again by O'Neal as that one was fired wide off the stick of Miller. Dumford trying to pop it forward. Praying to get it. Did onto the stick of Brazel. Brazel going to create a big opportunity here for the Knights.
Parator. Parator retreating. Sends this one across. KPC trying to answer back after giving up 2 unanswered goals to the Lions. This one couldn't be received right there by Latham. Instead, it's KPC handling it behind the cage. Sends ahead as this is Colbello controlling it. Colbello trying to muscle through the pressure. Gets a shot, he scores! Trevor Colbello with the answer back. Knights lead 3-2. Is that the backbreaker for the Lions? Brought upon by number 40 of the Knights, Colbello. A big one. His first of the season. Three to 2 the score. 4 minutes played here in the third. This one goes wide of the cage as Winter elects not to play it. Here's Anastasio, and the Lions trying to answer back here. Anastasio with a shot and a stop made in the glove of O'Neal. Joseph O'Neal flashing the leather. Kept almost inside the zone by the Lions. But now they're pushed back. It's KPC. Once again, contains the momentum. Berhalter trying to dangle past the Lions defense. Satara trying to navigate it forward. He's in a battle right there along the half wall. Sheben on the steal attempt. Where to go? It's Sheben still on the attack. Sheben trying to create another opportunity. He flipped it toward the goal, but it's covered up in the glove of O'Neal once again. Good one is brewing here at 10:23 of November 22nd. Tinshirt back on his stick, wheels it on his backhand with a spinning attempt that wouldn't go. Winter made the stop. Tinshirt dangling. Tatera in front. He's denied by Ryan Winter, who makes a tremendous stop inside the crease. It looked like the Knights had Winter beat, but number 41 came up big. Off the draw, Prang with a quick release, stopped. That's 2 stops right there by Winter. Dumper trying to get it out of the zone. Henshaw trying to do the same as this is Abrazzi's going forward. Abrazzi's trying to muscle off the pressure. Spin it back. Hoover handling at the top, gets a shot off. Nice chance at Bert Brazel, scores! It looks like he was going to set up Prang for the bang, but instead Mikey Brazel handles business once again with a pair of goals, and it's 4-2.
15th of the season for number 10.
Latham sends this one back down for icing. The league leader continues to stay red hot, performing as he usually does. Headshot the other way. Firing a shot, and this one gets a piece of O'Neal and wide. Crane trying to navigate out of the zone. He was being tugged right there. Penalty as it's touched up by the Lions. Pardon me. It's Billy Prang who will sit in the box for 2 minutes. Souza wins the draw. Souza with a shot off, and then that one fended off again by O'Neal. Sheevan onto the stick of Assel. Assel trying to create some space here. Assel being guarded right there by the Knights. Souza slams it over to Anastasio, who fires a shot, but it deflected off a stick and wide. Sheevan back to the point. Henshaw trying to shift away from the pressure. KPC out of the zone they go, and back in West Islip's territory as this one's pushed forward by Berhalter. West Islip capitalized just seconds after the power play expired. Last goal they scored, courtesy of John Assel. They look to use all the time that's left to climb their way back within KPC's reach. Joseph Souza dangling as he tries to create something in these last 40 seconds of the man advantage, as this one was slammed across but couldn't be received well by Assel. Assel gets it back to point. Controlled at the right there. Anastasio trying to curl away from the pressure being provided by the Knights once again. Anastasio observing, banks this one back onto the stick of Assel, who sends it over to Henshaw. Henshaw gets it down low. Sheevan with a shot in the right dot, and it's stopped by O'Neal, who covers up. Went hurtling down right there off the draw. Anastasio with a quick shot from the point, and it's gloved again by O'Neal. 7 seconds remain on the Lions' power play. Will this just be an expiring surprise once again? But it won't happen. The Lions will not get the lucky break after the power play expires, as KPC has them right where they want them. Back in their own zone, being pressured. Gets the wall, as this is Perry trying to kick it forward. He does. He's got Miller. While waiting for the feed, Miller gets it. Miller takes a shot right there, trying to create some magic inside the Knights zone. Amelia coming up with it as he drops it in West Islip's territory. Colbello back on top of it. Couldn't stash it in front. Hot off the bench, Shapiro. Couldn't navigate it forward as this is Miller controlling it. Thomas Miller trying to lead it forward, instead throws it on the backhand. That's stopped by O'Neill. Back at the point, Anastasio returns the feed down low to Dumpert. Dumpert now gets some support by Dorfman. Dorfman challenged right there by the Knights. Turnover, and this is Colbello on top of it. Trevor Colbello trying to muscle through the pressure. Now it's Anastasio in some trouble behind the goal. The fight's free from the Czechs. But not out. Shot by Amelia, stops right there by Winter. Anastasio inadvertently got smushed right there by the linesman. But Perry kind of center in front as he had Latham charging hard to goal. Latham coming up with another attempt, and instead it's swallowed up in the glove of O'Neill. Brazel. A pair of goals. And now maybe a hat trick on the horizon. Pollard. Challenge right there in the boards by Brazel. KPC trying to navigate it down low, and they do. Brazel looked for a man to stuff at home. Prang wasn't there to receive the feed. Another chance to set something up is Brazel. This time lays on a stick of Prang. Prang, though, the man trying to create an opportunity in front that wouldn't go. Sheevan. Pardon me, that was Assel. Sheevan is in there. Brazel on the catching feed, gets it onto the stick of Prang. Billy Prang dangling. Prang to the goal. Couldn't finish strong on the forehand. And a penalty is called against the Lions as they touch it up. And this will be as a result of Billy Prang coming in hard to the net as he almost scored a beautiful goal. William Henshaw to the box for 2 minutes. And it's tripping. KPC with another power play. Tinchert on the draw. Berhalter on the wing gets it onto the stick of Tinchert. Tinchert with a nifty play behind the boards. Behind the back, off the boards. Now it's Tinchert settling things. Gets it back to the point. Parator has a goal tonight. Fires another shot from deep, and it's stopped by Winter, who slid across to make the save. Anastasio trying to knock it out of the zone. This is Dorfman carrying it back through the neutral zone into the Knights' territory. Gets a shot off, and this one may have gotten a piece of O'Neill. Heavy hit thrown by Satera against the body of Dorfman. Berhalter being pressured right there down low by Miller. Miller can't advance, and he's being tied up and wrestled with by Berhalter. Miller gave Berhalter a shot with the stick. Play continues. Berhalter back to the point. Parator. Parator walking the line right there. Gets it back on the stick of Berhalter. Berhalter from the left dot. Stop. Rebound chance goes wide. Berhalter now battling against Laperi along the boards. Miller trying to get on top of it. Territory gets it over to Hoover. Hoover with a chance, and this one goes wide of the post. Hoover again, another try. Couldn't be received off the stick of Berhalter. Hoover with another stab at it. Couldn't get it over to Sotera as it slipped off his stick. It's Anastasio handling business in the last 20 seconds of the Lions penalty kill. Here comes Joey Anastasio. Anastasio. What a move right there by number 8. KPC stands tall as they stop West Islip from converting on their own special teams units. We're 5 aside again as we close in. The final a minute and a half of play. William Henshaw with it again. Got a dangle and gets it onto the stick of Sheevan. Sheevan creates some space, gets a shot off, and it's stopped in the glove of O'Neal once again. A timeout is called by West Islip. Frank Dorfman looking to settle the boys here as they trail by 2, entering this contest with a record of 6-3. Meanwhile, KPC has been on their own journey, bouncing back from two opening season losses. An opening night loss to Northport 4-1, and a few days later losing to St. Anthony's 5-2, before rebounding in a big way, in a very significant way actually, going on their own rampage, demolishing their opponents and scoring the victories. And here they are. If West Islip can't capitalize here with a net empty, KPC will improve their record to 7-2 as they climb up the ranks in the varsity standings. Mikey Brazel trying real hard to pot home the hat trick. Final 37 seconds. Shot is stopped right there by O'Neal. Everyone getting tied up in front of the cage. Anastasio with a last attempt. Another try is shut down. Not out. Henshaw with another try. Stopped again. Anastasio tied up. Sheehan couldn't wheel it back on his stick. Souza couldn't get it onto the stick of Anastasio. Joseph Pertor with the empty net in sight. It slipped off the stick. It'll be touched up for icing. Last chance goes wide, and that will do it. The Knights run wild as their streak extends to 5 games. They defeat
West Islip 4-2. 2 goals by Mikey Brazel. The win secured for Joseph O'Neill. West Islip find themselves on the bad end of this one as they fall to 6-4, while KPC climbs ahead with a win-loss record of 7-2. That does it here from all of us at LI Sports Network. Mike Colanger, my cameraman, as always. Vinny beside me. We'll see you next time right here on LI Sports Network. Good night.